And joining us this morning is Global Tamil Forum spokesperson Suren Surendran. Thank you, Mr. Surendran, for joining us. What do you hope for this resolution to achieve? Many feel that the language this time which has been used is quite intrusive and something that Sri Lanka and Sri Lankan government may have serious objections to.
Of course, it will help in reconciliation in Sri Lanka. The thing that we need in Sri Lanka is for communities to work together and understand each other. For that to happen, the Sri Lankan government needed to investigate what actually happened in an independent, credible way. Unfortunately, they refused to do that, and now this resolution is going to make it an international independent investigation to all these allegations of war crimes and crimes against humanity that were committed by both sides. So until that investigation serves justice to people, reconciliation couldn't happen. Government of Sri Lanka and President Rajapaksa can carry on denying and calling this resolution that they are going to ignore, and it's a diluted resolution. Unfortunately, that is not the fact. Internationally, there is more than 23 countries out of the 47 countries are directly supportive of this resolution. More than 10 countries are going to abstain, not supporting nor rejecting this resolution. Only 12 or 13 countries are going to reject this resolution in support of Sri Lanka. Only 12 or 13 countries. So let's wait and see what actually transpires out of this resolution and how many countries vote in favor. In any event, the international investigation is going to be carried out by the UN Human Rights Council High Commissioner's Office, and that is going to show who committed what during the end of the war and during the war. And that will serve justice to people who lost more than 140,000 people right at the end of the war, and more than 10,000 people who disappeared.
Well, Mr. Surendran, the Sri Lankan government and the president specifically has said that there has been a complete bias, there's been inaccuracy in the report that has been submitted to the UNHRC, despite many seeing this as a diluted draft. Do you think it is going to put pressure on the Lankan government like never before? Because this may open an outside investigation into the alleged rights abuses that took place inside Sri Lanka.
What else can the Sri Lankan government say? That is the only thing that they can always deny, because the command responsibility for all these deaths and disappearances and the human rights violations go right up to the top. Mahinda Rajapaksa, as a president and as the commander-in-chief, gave orders that breached international law, international human rights law and international humanitarian law. He committed through his military war crimes and crimes against humanity. His brother, as defense secretary, committed war crimes and crimes against humanity. They do not have proper governance in Sri Lanka. There is no independent judiciary. So all of those things are going to come to light when an international independent investigation is going to happen. What else can the government of Sri Lanka do? They can just deny all these as fake and false allegations.
Mr. Surendran, India has supported the UN resolution, in fact voted against Sri Lanka twice on the very same issue at the UN. You have been fighting for the cause of Tamil rights. What would you say to the country's leadership, even as many see the language perhaps as it's being used in this draft as still very stringent, very, very intrusive?
Even India is going to vote in favor of this resolution. We know almost for a fact more than 23 countries are going to vote in favor. We know almost for a fact more than 10 countries are going to abstain. We know almost for a fact that only between 10 to 13 countries are going to reject this resolution. So we know for a fact that come tomorrow, this resolution is going to pass successfully.